Welcome to Canada QuizBugs 1. Rules. Answer within 3 seconds. If options are displayed, pick your answer. If no options are displayed, write your answer down. We do not calculate your score, please track it yourself. Let's begin. Science, inventions for 800 points. Who developed the theory of general relativity? A. Isaac Newton. B. Niels Bohr. C. Albert Einstein. D. Stephen Hawking. The correct answer is C. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein published his theory of general relativity in 1915, revolutionizing our understanding of gravity. Arts, artworks for 200 points. Who painted the Mona Lisa? A. Michelangelo. B. Leonardo da Vinci. C. Raphael. D. Vincent van Gogh. The answer is B. Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa in the early 16th century, and it now hangs in the Louvre Museum in Paris. Click Sports, championships for 200 points. How many players are on a soccer team on the field during a match? A. 9, B. 10, C. 11, D. 12. That would be C. 11. Each soccer team has 11 players on the field during a match, including the goalkeeper. Sports, records for 400 points. In which sport would you perform a slam dunk? A. Volleyball. B. Basketball. C. Tennis. D. Baseball. That would be B. Basketball. A slam dunk is a basketball shot where a player jumps and forcefully puts the ball through the hoop. Arts, musicians for 400 points. Which composer wrote the famous Moonlight Sonata? A. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. B. Johann Sebastian Bach. C. Ludwig van Beethoven. D. Frédéric Chopin. That would be C. Ludwig van Beethoven. Beethoven composed the Piano Sonata No. 14, commonly known as the Moonlight Sonata, in 1801. Click Science, experiments for 1000 points. What particle was discovered at CERN in 2012 that confirms the mechanism of mass? A. Graviton. B. Higgs boson. C. Neutrino. D. Quark. The correct answer is B. Higgs boson. The Higgs boson, predicted by Peter Higgs in 1964, was discovered at CERN's Large Hadron Collider in 2012. Sports, championships for 800 points. In what year did Canada host the Winter Olympics in Calgary, Alberta? A. 1984. B. 1988. C. 1992. D. 1994. The correct answer is B. 1988. The 1988 Winter Olympics were held in Calgary, Alberta, from February 13 to 28, 1988. These games introduced several new events and were notable for the Jamaica bobsled team story. Geography, capitals for 200 points. What is the capital of France? A. London. B. Berlin. C. Paris. D. Rome. The answer we were looking for is C. Paris. Paris has been the capital of France since the 12th century and is one of the most visited cities in the world. Sports, teams for 600 points. Which NHL team, founded in 1909, is the oldest continuously operating professional hockey franchise in the world? A. Toronto Maple Leafs. B. Montreal Canadiens. C. Boston Bruins. D. Ottawa Senators. The answer is B. Montreal Canadiens. The Montreal Canadiens were founded in 1909 and are the oldest continuously operating professional ice hockey team. They have won the Stanley Cup a record 24 times. Click Literature, characters for 400 points. In which novel does the character Sherlock Holmes first appear? A. The Hound of the Baskervilles. B. A Study in Scarlet. C. The Sign of Four. D. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. The answer is B. A Study in Scarlet. Sherlock Holmes first appeared in Arthur Conan Doyle's novel, A Study in Scarlet, published in 1887. Sports, venues for 1000 points. What is the name of the historic hockey arena in Montreal that served as home to the Canadiens from 1926 to 1996? A. Maple Leaf Gardens. B. The Forum. C. Montreal Arena. D. Bell Centre. That would be B. The Forum. The Montreal Forum, often called the Forum, was an iconic indoor arena that was home to the Montreal Canadiens for 70 years. It witnessed 22 Stanley Cup championships before the team moved to the Bell Centre in 1996. Click Geography, Oceans, for 800 points. What is the deepest point in the world's oceans? A. Puerto Rico Trench. B. Java Trench. C. Mariana Trench. D. Tonga Trench. The answer is C. Mariana Trench. The Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean reaches a depth of about 11,000 meters, 36,000 feet, at Challenger Deep. Click Geography, Mountains, for 400 points. What is the tallest mountain in the world? A. K2. B. Mount Kilimanjaro. C. Mount Everest. D. Denali. The correct answer is C. Mount Everest. Mount Everest stands at 8,849 meters, 29,032 feet, above sea level, making it the highest mountain on Earth. Geography, Rivers, for 600 points. Which river is the longest in the world? A. Amazon River. B. Nile River. C. Yangtze River. D. Mississippi River. The correct answer is B. Nile River. The Nile River in Africa is approximately 6,650 kilometers long, making it the longest river in the world. Click Geography, Capitals, for 1,000 points. What is the capital city of the Canadian province of Newfoundland and Labrador? A. Halifax. B. St. John's. C. Charlottetown. D. Fredericton. That would be B. St. John's. St. John's is the capital and largest city of Newfoundland and Labrador, and is one of the oldest cities in North America, dating back to the early 16th century. Science, Celestial Bodies, for 400 points. Which planet is known as the Red Planet? A. Venus. B. Jupiter. C. Mars. D. Saturn. The correct answer is C. Mars. Mars is called the Red Planet due to iron oxide, rust, on its surface, giving it a reddish appearance. Science, Elements, for 600 points. What is the atomic number of carbon? A. 4. B. 6. C. 8. D. 12. The answer we were looking for is B. 6. Carbon has an atomic number of 6, meaning it has 6 protons in its nucleus. Science, Theories, for 200 points. What is the chemical symbol for water? A. H2O. B. CO2. C. O2. D. Sodium chloride. That would be A. H2O. Water is composed of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, giving it the chemical formula H2O. Literature, Titles, for 200 points. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? A. Charles Dickens. B. William Shakespeare. C. Jane Austen. D. Geoffrey Chaucer. The answer we were looking for is B. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare wrote the tragic play, Romeo and Juliet, in the 1590s, one of his most famous works. Click Literature, Titles, for 600 points. Which novel by Margaret Atwood tells the dystopian story of a woman living in the totalitarian society of Gilead? A. Alias Grace. B. The Blind Assassin. C. The Handmaid's Tale. D. Oryx and Crake. The correct answer is C. The Handmaid's Tale. The Handmaid's Tale, published in 1985, is Margaret Atwood's most famous work. It depicts a dystopian future in the Republic of Gilead and has been adapted into a successful television series. Arts, Musicians, for 600 points. Which Canadian singer-songwriter is known for hits like Summer of '69 and Everything I Do It For You? A. Neil Young. B. Bryan Adams. C. Gordon Lightfoot. D. Leonard Cohen. The correct answer is B. Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams is one of Canada's most successful rock musicians, with numerous hits throughout the 1980s and 1990s. His song, Everything I Do It For You, topped charts worldwide in 1991. Click Literature, Characters, for 800 points. Anne Shirley is the beloved protagonist of which classic Canadian novel series set in Prince Edward Island? A. Emily of New Moon. B. Anne of Green Gables. C. The Blue Castle. D. Rainbow Valley. The correct answer is B. Anne of Green Gables. Anne Shirley is the red-haired, imaginative orphan girl who is the main character in Lucy Maud Montgomery's Anne of Green Gables series, first published in 1908. Click Literature, Publication, for 1,000 points. In what year was Alice Munro, the Canadian short story writer, awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature? A. 2009. B. 2011. C. 2013. D. 2015. The correct answer is C. 2013. Alice Munro won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 2013, being described as a master of the contemporary short story. She is the first Canadian woman to receive this honor. Click Arts, Museums, for 800 points. Which major Canadian museum, located in Ottawa, is dedicated to preserving the country's human history and cultural heritage? A. Royal Ontario Museum. B. Canadian Museum of History. C. Montreal Museum of Fine Arts. D. Art Gallery of Ontario. The answer is B. Canadian Museum of History. The Canadian Museum of History, located in Gatineau, Quebec, across from Ottawa, is Canada's most visited museum and focuses on Canadian history, culture, and the stories of its people. Arts, Styles, for 1,000 points. The Group of Seven was a collective of Canadian landscape painters active in which decade? A. 1890s. B. 1920s. C. 1950s. D. 1970s. The answer we were looking for is B. 1920s. The Group of Seven were Canadian landscape painters who were most active in the 1920s. They developed a distinctive style depicting the Canadian wilderness and are considered pioneers of Canadian art. You made it to the end. Post your final score in the comments below. If you want more, hit like and subscribe. See you in the next quiz.